Hey everyone, this video will be discussing the skills required to be successful in the CGI industry, including the hardships, legal, and ethical issues. Now, before I jump right into it, let's talk about CGI. Now, CGI, known as computer generated imagery, has played a huge role in the movie industry. From Toy Story to the world's most gross movie, Avatar, CGI has been crucial to their existence.
Just a few decades ago, animators worked together in big teams, drawing thousands of drawings on sheets of celluloid for months just to get the animation to look and feel real, if not just good enough. And if things were to go wrong, even slightly, that would cause a big waste of time, money, and effort. They would have to redraw the sequences or even mend the story to fit the visuals. Years later, when computers were on the rise, GIFs were invented. And guess what? That's the beginning of CGI as we know it. From then on, the growth of CGI and computer hardware became parallels. Computers. These devices have given humans the power to evolve into a more advanced species than ever before. And it has aided artists, movie makers, architects, and many other professions in their work by one major component, a graphical processing unit. These devices are specially designed to push the graphical processing capabilities of a computer to the extreme. And according to Moore's law, computers were getting more powerful while also being more affordable at the same time. Not all computer technology is going to be affordable, but the tech that was once powerful becomes cheaper and more accessible to the people. But that was not enough. People needed a means to work on their computers, and that was done by software. In the early 1980s, Autodesk released its first software called AutoCAD, but this was too overwhelming for the computers people had in their homes. 35 years later, Autodesk released Maya, another 3D software that was able to do not only the exact same things but much more, all while being able to run on a computer that didn't have super or quantum before its name. And now we have many such softwares ranging from can't afford to donations only, which has allowed many people to enter the industry that was one block behind a giant paywall. To this date, the world's top 25 most earning movies have all had CGI in them, in varying degrees of course. Big companies like the Walt Disney Company are also investing their money into CGI. Almost every year in the past decade, Disney has tried releasing at least one live-action remake of their most successful movies from the past. I mean, what could go wrong, right? They are betting on something that's already been cherished by many people.
For years now, the primary audience for CGI films have been for the younger generations. However, filmmakers are putting their best efforts to increase the mainstream audience by expanding their reach to a broader age demographic and finding better ways to make CGI animated films appealing for the older viewers. Once again, the audience were fascinated by the magic of CGI when it appeared on screen from the 1970s with the making of Westworld to our childhood favorite, Toy Story.
Movies, video games, and computer parts. I'm sure movies and video games you understand, but I'd like to expand a little on computer parts. NVIDIA's GPU cards. These cards allow people to make CGI and play games that heavily rely on CGI. There are numerous people around the world who also buy these graphics cards for earning cryptocurrency by being used in crypto mining rigs. Real-time ray tracing, and as NVIDIA calls it, RTX, has played a major role in the sales of these graphics cards in past 3 years. It might be a gimmick for some, but this fancy technology allows systems to render physical light in real time, which makes things look and feel more real than ever before.
Before I get into that, what are hard skills? Hard skills are skills or abilities acquired which are enhanced through implementation, consistency, and practice. Hard skills are valuable in the CGI industry. It increases productivity and efficiency. Now, the hard skills required in CGI are very broad. Skills such as knowledge in design, cinematography, and photography, to experience in drawing and editing applications such as Photoshop, Illustrator, and After Effects. Also some 3D applications like Maya and Houdini. First things first, what are soft skills? Soft skills are skills related to how we interact and work with others. Now, these skills range from emotional intelligence, effective communication skills, teamwork, creative thinking, strong work ethics, problem solving skills, adaptability, and of course, ability to work under pressure. Skills in the CGI industry is rapidly changing and advancing yearly. From using a technology called the zoetrope in the 19th century, this helped in creating an illusion of motion by continuously displaying a series of photographs in a progressive phase. While now, CGI making requires people to learn 3D animation skills like Blender, Houdini, or Maya.
The internet has been the biggest part of people's lives for the last 2 decades. Many rely on it for their knowledge of everyday happenings around the world. This trait has been abused by many people with malicious intent using CGI and real-time animation. Deepfake, a media created by an algorithm-powered AI and millions of videos and images that are present online. This allows people to make fake videos by layering a person's face onto another person performing the action in real time. This leads to people using it for their political agendas, making a certain politician look like they've said words that they really have not. Graphical processing units have not only been used for exponentially increasing a computer's rendering capability, but also for generating cryptocurrency. This has become one of the major reasons for GPU shortages of 2021. Crypto miners and scalpers set up bots that keep looking for GPU stock at 3-second intervals, leaving no chance for normal buyers to get their share of GPUs. This has caused a problem for content creators all around the world, since those who present their creations to the world also need their work to look the best it can, which wouldn't be possible without the newer and more capable technology. There have been ways that they have pointed out that can be used to distinguish between a real video and a fake video. Like the people in deepfake videos never blink. They are usually low quality videos and the details are usually blurry. Governments and universities are also creating AIs that can detect if a media has been deepfaked or not. Meanwhile, China is eradicating crypto miners from their country in order to reduce their carbon footprint drastically by 2030. And even companies like Tesla have stopped accepting cryptocurrency as a means to trade their products, since crypto mining requires a large amount of graphics cards to stay running at max capacity for months at a time. This has led to crypto miners selling their GPUs before being shut down by the government, and also has reduced the overall demand for these GPUs, making them slightly more accessible to the general public. CGI is a massive industry and has been growing rapidly and will keep growing since humanity is relying on it more than ever before. And real-time rendering is going to be the technology spearheading the industry into the future.